What's up guys, Wildcat here, and I told you guys I was going to be bringing some Hearthstone to this channel, and that's what I plan to do. So today we're going to play a little bit of Ranked. The season is pretty brand new, it's just a few days old. Last season I made it to rank 9, because I made it to rank 9 early on in the season, and then I just kind of quit playing. But mostly because of knacks, honestly, just knacks and like moving and all that stuff. But this season I should have a lot of time to play, so I figured I might as well record it. I made it to rank 18 and 2 stars just in the few games that I've played this season, plus my bonus stars from my ranking last season. The deck we're going to be running is my Control Warrior deck. This right here is the deck list. If you want to run this deck yourself, not gonna lie, it is not cheap at all. It has got, what are we looking at here? We got 5 legendaries on top of Loatheb, who is kind of like a pseudo-legendary in my opinion, because you kind of get it for free, quotes, free, by doing knacks. But lots of legendaries, lots of epics, lots of rares. It's not a cheap deck, but it's a good deck, especially in this meta. The only thing it's kind of weak to, I would suppose, is Hunter, which kind of sucks because Hunter is very popular, but I mean, there's not a deck that isn't weak to Hunter. Even Hunter is weak to Hunter. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, it's a good deck. The only thing I'm considering changing is some of this stuff in here, maybe dropping a Faceless, a Spellbreaker, and the Azure Drakes. I just found that I needed more card draw in this deck, yet I didn't want to sacrifice minions for card draw. But the reason I'm considering dropping Azure Drake is because every other warrior is running Deathbite right now, which is a 4-attack weapon. So Azure Drake is weak to that, obviously. But it's a minion, and it gives me some card draw. It gives me some spell damage boost with Shield Slam and even Whirlwinds. Honestly, sometimes 2 damage Whirlwinds are more beneficial than you would think because they do 2 damage to all minions, including yours. But it is sometimes beneficial, so I'm going to keep them in there for now. This is the deck list I like to run. I used to run Gorehowl over Deathbite, but I found that honestly Gorehowl, you take more damage than what the thing is worth, honestly. Deathbite, you get more value out of it. You rarely need to do more than 4 to 5 damage with your weapon, which obviously the second charge of this will do 5 damage to any minion because it does 4, and then 1 with the Death Rattle effect. But yeah, this is the deck. I run Ysera to win the late game, you know, once we get down towards fatigue. Ysera is probably the best card in the game for when there's, you know, only 3 or 4 cards left in your deck, because it gives you more cards than the opponent. And they're usually ridiculously OP cards. And plus, if you play it late game, your opponent's probably out of ways to deal with it. But yeah. And then we run some of the simple stuff. Karen, Sylvanas. I don't run Baron Geddon. Baron Geddon, for those of you guys who don't know, is this guy right here. I don't run him. I just don't really need to. But yeah, that's the deck. So let's hop into some ranked here, and let's find a game. See what we can do here. Hopefully I can win a couple games. Haven't had too much trouble winning with this deck, but it is early on in the season, and I am at a high rank. High rank is in low, I guess, technically. Yeah, because I'm up in the 18, so the players I'm going to be playing aren't exactly the greatest at the game. But there may also be some. Look at that! You can see that little. Is that a legendary sticking out through there? Is that a glitch? Oh, I knew it was coming. Alright, Paladin. We'll lead off with Cruel Taskmasters, no need to have 2 of them. But yeah, it is early on in the season, so there's a chance that I'm going to be playing against bad players, but there's also a chance that there's going to be some good players mixed in. Because, you know, everybody's trying to rank up right now. But most of the good players are probably already ranked 15 or so, or higher by now. Is there any merit to coining out the... Yeah, I might as well. Since I've got these 2 shield slams, I might as well coin this out to start building armor to make those a little bit better. Granted, it's only going to be getting me 1 armor at a time against these fuckers, but if you play something like a... Reporting for duty. Yeah. There's some merit to task mastering my own 1/4. In fact, I'm just gonna armor up. No real reason to get ahead of myself and start putting a bunch of stuff on the board. Turn down the volume just a bit here. I don't know if it's loud for you guys, but it's loud in my ears, so. Wolf Rider. That's a card that you're running. So this is aggro. This is... Alright. This is aggro Paladin. I thought these things died off because of how slow the meta has become. These things get wrecked by Priest and Warrior. What is this deck? That's not an aggro card. Man, I don't know. It's definitely worth shield slamming though while I have the mana to do so. So just armor up, shield slam, and pass. No need to get ahead of ourselves. Next turn I have some options with Cruel Taskmaster, Fire War Axe. I probably won't shield slam anything. I don't know, he might drop a Sludge Belcher. If he does that, I'm just gonna drop my own. Bloodfin Rat. What is this guy? Okay. Not to not to be a douche or anything, but like I don't think this guy's very good. Just like nothing here is really all that great. Alright, I could play Sludge Belcher. Or I could play Fiery War Axe and Taskmaster. I'd rather save Taskmaster to go in conjunction with my Execute. I could play Lotheb, but it dies to 1 more damage than that, so I'm just gonna Sludge Belcher. Should have a hard time getting through that. This is turn 6, so he can do some Wild Pyro, Consecrate, Equality Consecrate shenanigans, but if he Equality Consecrates 1 minion on my board, then I pretty much win the game anyway, so we'll see what he does here. Novice Engineer. Alright, I don't know what this deck is. I don't know, but he gets raped by a Whirlwind if I top deck a Whirlwind here. He gets raped by a Whirlwind. Let's... oh, wow. Alright. So, let's get some Fiery War Axe value. Take out that 3/2. I could put on a Taskmaster, but there's no reason to. Kill that. I probably could have just gone face there, but it doesn't make a difference. This is a weird deck this guy is running. It looked like aggro at first because he played... what did he play? He played... okay. Well, that's a card. Yep. That's also a card. That's gonna get executed. Okay, well... he played the Ooze, which I don't blame him for running Ooze. There's a lot of Warriors and a lot of Hunters running bows, so there's a lot of targets the Ooze can hit, but he used it on my Fiery War Axe. I just killed that for free. I need to deal with that. Shield Slam is a better choice here. I think I just kill that with this Lotheb and Shield Slam. That is the correct play. Lotheb, Shield Slam. Everybody's having a good day. In my opinion, when running Warrior, you want to value your executes more than your shield slams, simply because you can't always guarantee that you're going to have the armor for shield slams to be super effective. So I'd rather save this, especially since I have a way to activate it with Cruel Taskmaster. I want to save my executes, use my shield slams while I have all the armor, because there is a chance it could go down. I doubt it. I don't see this guy putting much damage on me. Yeah, this deck is just not that great, in all honesty. Okay, so we can execute. Wish I could Grommash, but there's nothing to Grommash here. So I Cruel Taskmaster, execute, armor up. Slow turns. Slow turns. Is there any merit to killing that? There's no reason. I mean, he could Equality. This guy, that's the thing about playing. Not to take anything away from this guy, but he's clearly not the best. I wouldn't even say he's not the best player. He's probably a decent player. He just doesn't have very good cards. So it's hard to predict these guys because you never know what they could possibly be using. So I'm gonna kill that, just because we're both kind of running control decks, or at least I'm running a control deck. So more importantly for me is controlling the board. And if he happened to have an Equality and he could kill my Lotheb for free, that would be quite annoying for me. So I'm gonna try and prevent any of that from happening. Honestly, don't see how we lose this game against this guy, but it's possible. Crazier things have happened. Consecration. Hammer of Wrath, and that's his whole turn. Okay. Pretty weak turn. This is gonna be a good turn for me to drop Ysera because he won't have anything on the board. I could drop Azure Drake, but my follow-up would be just armor up, assuming I don't draw something that costs 4 mana. So I don't see a problem with dropping Ysera here. It's an empty board. He's probably gonna deal with it right away, but He's probably going to spend mana this turn getting rid of this rather than developing his board, which is good for me. And next turn I have some follow-ups with Grommash, Taskmaster. Okay, that's a card. Well, that just made things a hell of a lot trickier. Yeah. That just made my turn a lot trickier. Okay, so I can... Alright, so we got plays here. So we attack this with Taskmaster it. If it steals this, I execute my own. Hopefully it steals the 2/2. Okay, so worst case scenario, not a huge deal. We don't want to drop Azure Drake because it dies to Yeti for free. What is this deck, man? He's running Stormwind Champion and then just pulls a fucking Sylvanas out of his ass. I don't get it. Pretty sure I did that correct, though. That was about the most correct way. Because he could have taken the 2/2, and then I would have been in real good shape. Yeah, that was definitely the right way to do that. I'm trying to think. Maybe I should have thought longer. I always do that. I always assume way too quickly. Heals the 4/3. That's not bad, except I'm just going to kill it anyway. This turn allows me to...
Silver Moon shall not fall.
Yeah, I can still drop Azure Drake, no problem. Except now it trades for that Divine Shield, and that's not really what I'm about. Sludge Belcher is better, so... Azure Drake, the play might be Azure Drake Sludge Belcher. It is. He's gonna get some value out of that Divine Shield, but it's not that big of a deal. I just hope he doesn't wipe this board. If he wipes this board, I'm in trouble. That doesn't really do a whole lot for him. He doesn't have a way currently to get to the 7/2, so the 7/2 is going to trade for the 6/6 for free, and that's pretty good value. I got a Yeti and a Stormwind Champion out of a 4-mana card I got from Ysera, so... Ysera, even though it's already dead, I'm already getting value out of it. So I really like that card, especially in this deck. Some people like to run Alexstrasza in their warrior deck, which does kind of accelerate wins in that I can lower the enemy's health to 15, but I personally don't run it because I don't really feel the need to. See, he's not going to be able to get to here because he's going to use this on that, and then this stays alive. And if I top deck a Whirlwind here, I'm in really good fucking shape. Because Azure Drake Whirlwind is going to wipe his board, almost. Death's Bite, great card. Too bad I don't get the Whirlwind effect. Damn, I really wish I did have Whirlwind here. Alright, so that's a trade that's definitely going to happen. Play this to clear. What do I do here? Alright, well I've already committed to this play. I don't want to armor up yet. I want to figure out what I want to do. I've already committed to this play. I need to kill off both the 3-attack minions. It's going to allow him to trade with this, but it's also going to allow me to get some value out of my Acolyte of Pain. Really sucks that I don't have a solution to that. If I would have had a Whirlwind, I would have completely fucked his world. Armor up because it doesn't make a difference. Alright. That's happening. Now the only question is whether I want to go face or kill that. I think I want to go face. I think that's the better play because next turn he's gonna kill my Acolyte of Pain for free, but he doesn't have a way to kill Azure Drake if he does that. And then my Whirlwind effect from this is gonna clear out all these 1/1s. That's kind of a problem, but it's also kind of not, because I can have Ragnaros 50-50 that. Okay. He's making the correct play to not get wrecked by Whirlwind. Now let's hope I just drop, I don't know what card I need here. Actually, does that help me? So I can play Grommash. I can clear that with Grommash, which isn't bad. I can try to 50-50 shot it with Rag, which isn't terrible, but could backfire on me. I do have Silence. Silence could take care of that pretty well. Suppose I'm gonna draw a card first. Yeah, I'm gonna draw a card first. If I get Silence, this is really good. Alright. If I shield block, I'm committed to leaving that on the board with no solution to it. Damn it. If I had Silence, that wouldn't be an issue, but I can't guarantee that I'm gonna use this and draw Silence. So, I'm gonna play... This is tricky.
What now?
I want to play Grommash, hit face. Oh, an Armor Smith. We're gonna go face. I'm not sure if that was the correct play or not, but that's the play we're making, so... That was the best way that I saw. I could have attacked the 8-7, but I'd rather get the 10 damage in on his face. I know he has heals, but most likely I just did 10 damage to face and I got him to trade. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And I'm gonna get armor out of the deal. All that's good for me. Nothing wrong so far. Yep, there's one heal. Now that's a good thing for me to try and 50-50 with Rag. Raptor. I don't really know what card I'm looking for here. Azure Drake, Whirlwind. Doesn't really do much for me. I need to rag that pretty much. So I've already gotten plenty of value out of this. I think I attack this first. Draw my card. Another Acolyte. Okay, well there's some merit to Azure Drake, Acolyte, Whirlwind. Doesn't really do much for me. I think I just kill this. Try and take the 50-50 with Rag. Honestly, I'm happy with Rag hitting pretty much anything here. I do prefer it to hit the 5-6, but if it hits face, it's not a problem. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Not a huge deal. The only problem is I'm running out of threats. I have Cairn, Sylvanas. Cairn and Sylvanas left, pretty much, as far as good minions in here. Hammer Wrath and trade. I hope he does that. I hope you Hammer Wrath and trade. That gives me a really good value out of Rag. Rag did 8 to your face and 8 to that. I mean, if he had Big Game Hunter, if that's Big Game... Nope, that was him attacking. That's not bad for me at all. I'm in really good shape here. Yeah, I'm in really good shape here. If he wastes a charge on this, then that's not... He goes face. I hope he goes face. No. So, it kind of sucks. I can't really play Azure Drake here. Azure Drake gets wrecked by that.
Let the pain speak to me.
I just don't want it to get wrecked by that. I'm gonna shield block, see what I can draw. Cairn, alright. I have so much health. 51 health. I want him to waste that charge on this, so that way my Azure Drake is not instantly dead next turn on playing it.
I hope you like my invention.
The fact that he put a 1-1 on the board pretty much tells me he's definitely going to kill this, because otherwise I'm going to get value out of this. The other thing, though, I got to keep in mind is I'm one card ahead of him, so I'm going to fatigue quicker, but... Yeah, sorry, he burnt that charge right there, so that's good for me. I'm probably going to Whirlwind and then Azure Drake. Yeah, Spellbreaker's good for me. I'm definitely going to Whirlwind then Azure Drake now. Holy Light. And this is such a slow fucking game, but... Not bad. Oh, that's really good for me. Whirlwind here. Draw a card with our Azure Drake. Shield block. Armor up and pass. That's a pretty solid turn for me. He probably has a second True Silver though, which is gonna suck, but it's not a huge deal. Because then I want to be able to play Cairn next turn, and his True Silver's not gonna be able to do shit to it. He's got all the heals, doesn't he? He's got all the heals. Alright, I don't really blame him too much for running heals. Alright, let's Cairn. Armor up. I have another Death's Bite in one of my last few cards, so I can go ahead and burn that Fiery War Axe. Next turn I faceless my own Cairn, assuming he doesn't silence. Even if he silences, I may even still do that, because it's probably going to be the best value I'm going to get out of faceless, unless he drops a Rag or something. What is that, Rag?
We must cleanse the
Shattered Sun.
I'm almost out of cards.
There's my Death's Bite. Whirlwind does do 2 damage here. Whirlwind does clear his board. But I'm also going to deal 2 damage to my own shit, which is kind of a problem. Unless I silent... No, I can't do that. I get really good value out of Whirlwind here. The only problem is I deal damage to myself. Is it worth doing the 8 damage to the face? Yes. Equip Death's Bite, and there's 12 damage to the face, lethal next turn. So that should be game. I played that pretty well, other than that I drew cards quicker than him, which in a control versus control matchup, you don't want to draw. I mean, it's good to have more cards in hand than they do, but it's bad to draw your deck first, especially if you're assuming that the game's going to go to fatigue. Consecrate doesn't hurt me there, that's GG.
Well played.
Yay!
For duty. The victory is
So there we go! Warrior versus a weird-ass control paladin. No offense to that guy, but his deck wasn't the greatest, but it was probably as good as he could do for what he had to work with. Yeah, that was a pretty good game. Moving on up here in our, just climbing ladder very slowly. But, yeah, what are we at here with quest log? Alright, we got a few more things to win so we can get some gold, but, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys are learning more about Hearthstone, and some of you guys already do know some about Hearthstone, so you can follow along much better, but if you haven't played the game, I highly encourage that you download it. It's free to play, it's fun to play. It's one of my favorite games to play right now when I have some free time, so click like button if you enjoyed the video, and leave me a comment and touch my titties. I'll see y'all later. Peace.